everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. In today's video, as you can see from the title down below, I am going to be applying and then coming back in many hours to see how this has worn the new e.l.f. foundation. This is the Soft Glam Satin Foundation, medium buildable coverage, long lasting. It says it's got 1% hydrating hibiscus complex. What that means, I do not know. I really like the packaging. It feels very substantial for just a squeezy tube. Like, it doesn't feel real flimsy, if that makes any sort of sense. And I like that in this sort of squeezy tube you can actually get all of the product out. You're not going to be like scraping, you know, the pump round to try and get the last little bit of product out. You can just squeeze it and all of the product can come out, which I love. I also love two things. Also love that this is only £8. A brand new foundation release from e.l.f. that's only £8. Absolutely fantastic. And also it comes in 36 shades. Thank you, e.l.f. for the inclusivity. We love to see it. So I got the shade 15 Fair Warm. And let's just apply it. I have a sponge and I also have a brush so that we can see what I prefer. Just for reference, I have very dry skin and I also work in a very hot environment. So we're gonna be really testing this out to its fullest today. Let's just zoom you in so that we can see what this actually looks like on my skin. So all I have on my skin at the minute is a little bit of the e.l.f. bronzing drops, these ones, mixed in with, oh, we're going very e.l.f. heavy, I didn't do this on purpose, the Holy Hydration SPF 30. Really like this one. So that's what I've got on, but I have had it on about 20 minutes, so it has like fully sunk in. So let's just see what this colour looks like. I'm not entirely sure it's going to match me perfectly, but let's just wait and see. And like I say, I'm going to do one side with a sponge and one side with a brush. So I'll just dot this all over. That colour might match my neck. My neck and my face are two completely different colours, so hopefully it will match my neck. So I'm just going to use a Made by Mitchell sponge and I'll bounce this in all over this side. It does say that this is a medium buildable coverage, so we'll see how much it will build. I don't necessarily need like a lot of coverage. I am just going to work, so we'll see how much it will build up. I'm perfectly happy with like a light coverage or a light to medium coverage, but for science we will see how this will build up. Okay, I actually think that colour is pretty much perfect. Like, I've stopped that like here, but I think that that matches my neck pretty perfectly. Obviously like across my forehead where it's like before and after, that looks a little bit crazy, but I do feel like it matches my neck quite well. So this was just all of that product that I got onto my hand, then blended out with a sponge, and I really like that. The coverage of that is perfect for me, just for an everyday, just like they say, just a medium coverage. You can still see my freckles, but I feel like the redness in like my cheeks here has gone. I feel like it's just a little bit perfected. It is like a soft matte. I don't feel like it's looking dry and matte. It does still look like healthy and glowy and just like my skin. I really like that with the sponge. I do generally prefer blending out my foundations with a sponge, so we will probably come back to this, but I do just want to see how it goes with a brush. So this is a Real Techniques Seamless Complexion brush, and I'm going to take about the same amount onto the back of my hand, and I'll do this side of my face with the brush and we'll see if I can get a little bit more coverage, how it works with a brush, you know, all the things for science. We are here for scientific experiments. So, Real Techniques Seamless Complexion Brush. Okay, so that is all blended out with the sponge. I feel like this side is looking a little bit more matte. I can only notice it, and you can probably only notice it because I've told you. But I feel like I'm just going to leave this as it is. I was thinking I would probably bounce over this side with the makeup sponge, but I think I'm just going to leave it because it looks very, very similar. I'm okay with how that looks. I feel like it's a little bit more matte, and I feel like it's a tiny little bit more coverage, but really there's nothing in that. So I like, first impressions, I really like it. It's sitting on the skin beautifully. I don't feel like, I mean, granted, I have just put that, I mean, like 15 minutes ago, I put on that Holy Hydration SPF, and it is a very hydrating moisturizer, so I feel like my skin is in a good place at the minute, but I do have very dry skin, so foundations do tend to sort of soak into my skin quite a bit throughout the day. So this is the first impression. I'm going to go off and do the rest of my face, and then we will come back. I've got, you know, colour to add back in now, bronzer and such, so I'll go off and do that. I'll be right back. Okay, so that is the rest of the face done. I'm just putting a little bit of lip liner on because I did also get the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Glow Reviver lip oil, the new one. I know it looks the same as the one that I've already got, but I just wanted to try it. And apparently this has got a watermelon, fresh watermelon scent. I'm interested. I can absolutely be on board for a watermelon scent, so let's just see. This also looks like it's got a nice little bit of shimmer to it, like it's got little bits of shimmery iridescence in the lip oil. I don't think I like that. I'm not sure on the scent of that. It almost smells a little bit medicinal, a little bit like a hospital. I'm going to apply it anyway, but I don't love that. I prefer the scent of the other one. It's like minty, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, I can't smell it or taste it while it's on, so I'm okay with that. I just won't smell it directly out of this. I've learned my lesson. So this is the finished look. This eye won't stop watering. I don't know what is wrong with it. So if this is looking a little bit patchy over at this side at the end of the day, you know why. Honestly, I think it's hay fever. So this is how this is all looking. What time is it? It is 7:22 in the morning. So I will come back probably, what time will I be home? At least 12 hours. Maybe even a little bit longer than that, and we'll see how this is looking. Like I say, first impressions, I really like it. I haven't put any sort of setting powder on or any sort of setting spray. I just want to see how this is going to look by itself after a day at work. And like I say, dry skin, hot, sweaty work environment, so that is what we're working with. If this can last through a day at work, for me, then it is a good foundation because it's going to be a long day. So I really like it, first impressions, but we will see how this looks by the end of the day. Like I say, because it's got that hydrating quality in it, will that mean that it will break up, or is that actually just going to sink into my skin and this soft focus sort of finish is gonna stay on my skin. I'm interested to see. So I'll be back in about 12-13 hours and we'll see how all of this is looking. Okay, so it has been around about 12 hours. Was it about 7 o'clock this morning? I honestly can't even remember, but it is nearly 7 o'clock in the evening now. So, final thoughts. I feel like I look a little bit shiny, but I didn't put any powder or any setting spray on, which I do usually use those two products when it's going to be a very long hot day at work. I do like to, you know, set my base, and I didn't put any sort of setting powder or setting spray on this morning. So I feel like this is still looking really, really good. It is looking a little bit shiny, but like I say, it's been hot today and I've been very busy at work, running around like a headless chicken in a hot and sweaty kitchen. So it's, you know, I was getting very hot, I was getting very sweaty, and it has gone a little bit shiny, but I don't feel like it's separating. You know, sometimes when you get sort of hot and sweaty, and if you've got maybe more coverage on, sometimes it can like separate and go all like textured and funky looking on your skin. I don't feel like that has happened with this foundation. It's gotten shinier, yes, you could probably see a reflection of yourself in the shine that is on my chin, and also like it's quite shiny across my forehead, but I don't feel like that sort of oil production that I've had throughout the day has affected the actual finish of the foundation. I still feel like I've got, yeah, maybe the coverage has worn down a little bit, but I still feel like this looks great. I will say before I zoom you in, because I'm going to zoom you in so that you can see real close up what this is looking like. This eye did not stop watering for about 6 hours, so there's nothing under this eye. I'm aware of it. Hay fever is my life, basically from now until October. So I'm going to zoom you in so that you can see what this is looking like close up, so you can see all of the detail. But there is nothing under that eye. I am very well aware of it. So if I just try and keep still so that my camera can focus on me, I feel like this is still looking really great. I hope that you can see, like, it is shiny, you know, my oils are coming through on my chin, sort of down the centre of my face where it would normally go a little bit oily like that throughout the day, but I feel like it still looks really nice and smooth. It still looks really sort of blurring on the skin. I feel like my pores look a little bit diminished, I suppose, and across my forehead as well. Again, if I just try and keep still, I don't feel like it has sort of settled into, you know, I've got lines, I'm a very expressive gal, and I don't feel like it has settled too much into my lines and my movement on my face. So I am really thrilled with how this is still looking, considering the test that it has been put through today. It really has been very, very hot and very, very sweaty at work, but I'm really impressed. I really, really like it. So my final thoughts are, I like it for like a medium coverage sort of an effect. I also, like, as I was leaving this morning, I thought I said that I was going to try and see if this was buildable, and I just completely did not do that. Obviously I'm not going to do it now because I'm about to hop in the shower, but I will be using this foundation again very, very soon, probably tomorrow, and I will try and build it up, and I'll obviously be using it in videos going forward. So if you want to see me continuing to try this foundation and lots of other makeup products, then be sure to subscribe down below, because I will be using this very, very soon. I think I've probably got another full face of new makeup to try out so I can try this foundation again. But if you like this video, please give this one a big thumbs up. It really does help me out so much when you like the videos, if indeed you did like them. If you didn't like them, feel free to give it a thumbs down. I don't mind. If you have any thoughts on this foundation, if you have tried it or if you're wanting to, I would love to know what your thoughts are surrounding this foundation in the comment section down below. If you haven't already, I'd love it if you would subscribe down below. I post at least 3 times a week on a Monday, Wednesday and a Friday, but it's always more often than that because I get overexcited about makeup. But until next time, thank you ever so much for watching. Bye.